Hello, welcome back to another episode of Leo Interviews. Today we have TJ Sweet with us.
Leo, how are you doing today? I'm excited to be here with you.
Good, same. Well, let's go ahead and get to it. Tell me a little bit about you.
Yeah, so my name is TJ Sweet. I'm a keynote speaker and author and a podcast host as well. So I'm excited to be on your podcast. And I live here in St. Louis, Missouri. I have two older sisters, and I love to golf. And I'm a Cardinals fan for sure, St. Louis Cardinals fan, and a St. Louis Blues fan too. So love all the sports. But yeah.
What's your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, so my biggest challenge, even starting when I was younger, was really kind of finding purpose in everything I was doing and trying to figure out what was special about me. How did I fit in? Why did I feel different? I was a little different than a lot of other people, but just kind of finding my sense of self and my sense of purpose in the world was probably one of my biggest struggles that I had. And truthfully, I overcame that by really pouring into the people that I love the most and really asking them how I can make a difference for them and learning from other people. Whenever I was doing things that brought me joy, I've learned to really stop and think about why does it bring me joy? And maybe I could learn a little bit more about that in the moment. And so it really became serving other people, helping other people fulfill their potential, help me find my purpose. And so while I was trying to seek my purpose, my passion is obviously to help people and serve people. So that was the biggest obstacle for me, was trying to find meaning in everyday life. But whenever I started to recognize what was bringing me the most joy, it led me to understand more of what my purpose and my passion was.
When you were scared, what is something that helps you feel brave again?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I grew up with a lot of anxiety and being scared. It's something to where, can I tell you a funny story? Well, it's funny now, but in the moment it wasn't funny for me. But when I went to my first day of school, I got really nervous and really anxious about going to school and being around my friends and, being gone all summer. And then you go back to school, and I just got really nervous and I got sick to my stomach, and I didn't want to go. And, but what my mom gave me was like this it's a soft, like little poof thing. It's like a little pom-pom looking thing. And she would rub it in her hands and she'd say, if you ever need me, just feel this in your pocket. No one will ever know you have it in your pocket. No one will ever know. But if you need me, if you need to calm down, just put your hand in your pocket and feel this little thing. Now, I know that sounds like a silly thing, but for me, it connected me back to my mom. And I felt safe and loved with my mom, and it instantly calmed me down. And then the reason why I tell you that story is what I've really learned is to really be fully in the moment, because oftentimes when I'm scared, I'm overthinking too many things. And I rely back on those examples of when I felt really scared, that when I did overcome it, everything was okay. So when I get scared now or nervous now, I think, look back at all these other times that I was scared and everything was okay. And then I really start to kind of believe in myself again, that it's okay to be scared, but it's also okay to remember all the other times you've overcome being scared in the past, so that you find that courage in the moment so that you can be at your best.
What is something you wished when you were younger?
Something that I wished for?
Or not wish, sorry. But like, what is something, like, what is like a piece of advice like you wish you knew earlier?
Yeah. That's a great question. And Leo, I'll give you an insight. I ask people that question now all the time because I ask so really thinking back, if I was 11 years old, what would I go back and tell myself? And it would be, everything's going to be okay. If you feel encouraged and inspired to go after something, believe in yourself. And it's okay to be scared, and it's okay to not be sure, but just lean on the people that you have in your life. And honestly, to dream big and not limit yourself based on what other people are doing or what other people, even in my own family, are doing. And it really is something just to go be brave and go be courageous. And the reason why Leo, I ask the people that question still So I hope you do a podcast for a long time and you make a difference the way that you are for a long time, because the truth of the matter is I'm 43 years old. And if I were to go tell myself, look back and think, what would I tell myself at 11? It's the same stuff I need to hear now. So if I were to say, what advice do I need to be giving myself right now? It would be the exact same advice I just gave my 11-year-old self. And so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, that may be that noise, that voice that you need to hear is your own, believing in yourself a little bit more, because that self-belief is the most powerful thing that we'll ever have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is the biggest like financial advice that you could give right now to like the younger generation?
Yeah, that's a great question too. So, I didn't, growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. My parents always tried to make it look like we had enough. By that, I mean, they controlled my desire to have more. So it's kind of one of those things to where understanding that it feels good to buy something, but it also feels good to have a meaningful conversation with somebody. It also feels really good to go outside and play. So if you buy things because you want things, that's not really where happiness is, because as you've probably seen too, we really want a toy or a game or a bike, and we use it for a couple of weeks, and then the satisfaction of it is gone. And so I would suggest, a mentor of mine, Jim Rohn, he always said that if you have $10, especially as a kiddo, if you have $10, you save $7, you spend $1 on yourself, you give $1 back to somebody else, and then you do whatever you want with that last dollar. And the save piece is because then you have money later that maybe you can make a bigger impact with. Instead of buying five $1 things, maybe you buy one $5 thing. And but I will also say too, as a kid, I felt like I really wanted to buy a bunch of different things, and I felt like that was where my happiness was going to come from, and that's just not true. The truest thing is the happiness comes from the love and gratitude and the people that we have in our lives, and that you can't ever buy, but some people try to, but you'll never be able to buy those things that are already right in front of you.
Exactly. Where do you find happiness, like everlasting, like fulfilling happiness?
Yeah, that's a great question too, because I'm sure a lot of people are pursuing. They want to pursue happiness. They want happiness, and for me, being able to meet people like you, being able to meet people that are doing good in the world, and also making some sort of difference, positive difference in other people's lives, is the thing that brings me the most joy. I use the word joy more than I do happiness, just because joy is kind of more of a state of being as opposed to just an emotional feeling for me. But I'll tell you something that's interesting, that I thought this idea of happiness was what I was pursuing until I found peace. And peace is a state of joy, calm, presence. That's really what I've started pursuing more than anything else. There are things that make me feel momentarily happy, like when I get to do a podcast with you, when I get to go play golf, when I see the St. Louis Cardinals win, when I get to eat ice cream, those things bring me happy, right? They still make me happy. So, but it's also knowing that right after I finish the ice cream, I don't feel as happy as I did while I was eating it, right? That's like, maybe that's not the thing I should be looking for, but really, I had ice cream with my mom yesterday, and I'm not going to remember the ice cream, but I'm going to remember who I had the ice cream with. So
it's funny because sorry to interrupt, but I literally just had it's an ice cream sandwich, except instead of I guess the actual chocolate, it's two cookies smacked on the side of I guess the ice cream.
Yeah, so it's like an ice cream cookie sandwich.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're big, so it's kind of delicious.
I had, what was it called? Do you remember?
I think it's just called a cookie ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and again, like you said, while you're eating it, man, life is good. And then as soon as you're not eating anymore, you're not like, man, I'm happy now for the rest of the day because I had an ice cream sandwich. It's just, you might be. I mean, it might be that good. It sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I am happy for the rest of the day. Once I have that, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's a good day to have a good ice cream sandwich. Well, now I'm gonna have to look for one at the store now because now I want to try it out with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have this question. I can't remember.
That's okay. Take your time.
I forgot.
We're just having a conversation.
No, I think it's actually here.
Leo, when do you feel the happiest?
I always feel the happiness, or I always feel happiness like whenever I'm like with someone or doing something fun that I like. It's usually when I feel happy.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's.
Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
So, what do you know about gratitude?
Gratitude is awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's kind of it.
So whenever I'm going to define gratitude, and then I want to ask you a question about it. So it's really this deep sense of thankfulness. So being thankful, being grateful for someone or something that really means a lot to you. Like you're really, really glad you have them in your life and you feel at peace, you're happy, you're safe, you're excited to see them. Like that feeling is gratitude, like that deep thing. So is there somebody in your life that you feel really, really grateful for? And how do you show them how grateful you are?
Probably my parents and my dog, my sisters, and then my sister's new husband. Shout out him. And then my my other sister. And
how do you show
my other sister's dog.
Even the dogs make the list. I love that. I have 2 dogs too. I'm a dog guy, but how do you show them on a normal basis how grateful you are for them?
I always just show them like, I care for them, I love them. Even humans, not just the dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like, I love you, like you're doing great, like just keep on going, like just do it. Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, thanks for answering those questions. I just curious from your perspective too on obviously around Thanksgiving we always get asked what we're thankful for and all that, but it's such an important thing all the time, and it's not something that I ever really talked about when I was your age. I didn't really think about it or talk too much about it till I was 30 years old, which probably feels like forever for you. But the fact that you're already that in tune with it at 11 is impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, for you, what's the definition, or what do you think makes someone strong on the inside?
Strong on the inside. Well, I think a couple different things. Having a deep sense of self-awareness. So really knowing yourself allows you to be vulnerable, which I feel like is strength. So always being strong and being numb and not showing emotion and all those things that get called being strong, I think is actually a buried strength. I think it's fake, it's pseudo strength, it's fake strength. But really, I think it's understanding who you are, being okay with who you are, loving who you are, and then making choices from that place. And the biggest thing that I would say is probably the way that you love people is probably the way that I would say that a strong person is somebody who's considerate and allows other people to feel their feelings and helps other people feel seen, valued, and appreciated.
Exactly. Well, before we wrap up, is there maybe like a website where people can find out more about you?
Yeah. Can I tell you about a couple things?
Sure,
I
yeah.
think you mentioned dogs a couple times. I think I may have something that'd be fun for you too. So again, my name's TJ Sweet, and you can go to tjsweet.com. So that's pretty easy to find me. But again, so I'm a keynote speaker. My podcast is called Living the Sweet Life. I'm taking advantage of of my last name as much as possible. But I've also published a couple different books, but the one I'll highlight for you is Gus, the Grateful Golden. So it's about a golden retriever. Do you have any golden retrievers in your life?
Don't think so.
No? Okay. Well, so it's a golden retriever, and he wants to share things that he's grateful for in his life. And the first one that we wrote is about the 4 weather seasons. You know how like right now it's probably getting pretty warm. So
Especially here in Texas.
Yeah. So in Missouri,
it's like 80-ish.
Yeah, it's like 82. It's the hottest day of the year so far here right now. So I'm excited for that. But we so oftentimes we're trying to find gratitude in uncommon moments. And for this one in Missouri, we have 4 different weather seasons: spring, summer, winter, and fall. And but we really have them. Like it gets up to 115 degrees, but it also gets down to -5 degrees here. So we have all the trees changing colors. We have like just what is today? Friday? On Monday, it was 20 degrees here. It is 82 degrees here today.
Gosh, so it's a very drastic change in weather.
For sure. And the reason why we wrote the book about this is there's always something to be grateful for in the season. Could be season of life as well, but in the place that you're currently in. But oftentimes what we end up doing is we often think about the other season. So like when it's cold outside, you think, well, the summer is the only time I have fun. But then whenever it's summertime and it's so hot, you're like, man, when's it going to cool off so I can get back out, right? So like we always kind of have this wishing it were something different. Well, with Gus, he's just appreciative and grateful for everything about every season. Something about something in every season. So that's one of the children's books that I have out. And then I have another book called Practice Gratitude, Find Joy. You'll remember that word again. And then another book about grateful leadership, because I've had the opportunity to be a leader in a company for a long time, and really just kind of understanding how the power of me being grateful and how that changed how I saw my team and how my team then saw the people that we served. And so tjsweet.com is where you can go learn all about me. I'm all over social media. Luckily, with a name like TJ Sweet, I'm pretty easy to find. But yeah, so I'm excited to hear more about the episode. Where do I get to see your episodes? What are all the platforms and channels and everything else?
It would all be on YouTube. I guess if you have like a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn account, wherever. My dad will usually like make a post and tag you. Okay. But you can find episodes on YouTube, Leo_interviews, and you should find it there. Yeah.
Well, so if anybody's listening right now and you haven't subscribed, get over to Leo's YouTube channel. I'm going to go do it myself. I won't do it now because I'm looking at you and talking to you. But as soon as we finish up here, I'm going to go get on, and you're going to get one more subscriber. And then I'm going to share all over my social media with people all over the world about you doing a podcast, and then more and more people. And I'm going to try to get how many subscribers do you have now?
I think we're at like 68-ish, something
60,
like that.
How many do you want?
100.
100. Okay. Well, I'm on Team Leo. We're going to help you get to 100, and then we're going to get to 1,000.
Yay.
Yeah, we'll get you there for sure. Just sharing the good things you're doing, more people need to know about it. And here's the thing that I want to say, I know we're finishing up. You doing what you're doing now, there's probably somebody else who's maybe 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe somebody who's 30, who's going to see what you're doing, who's going to think about the questions that you just asked, and they're going to think, you know what? I want to do that too. Like it gives me the chills even saying that out loud. Like you're going first, you're leading by example. You are very smart, you're very kind, you're very considerate. All the people that you said you're grateful for, you knew right away.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for all the subscribers as well.
Yeah. But I just want you to know, the impact is now. The impact isn't later. And, you know, I've had that experience in my life when I started my own podcast. Other people said, can you help me start mine? And then whenever I wrote a book, other people said, I think I want to write a book now too. And it's not because you did, it's so because you showed them that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to know that too. I know you probably already know that, and you probably already hear that in your life with your family is so supportive. But I just wanted, while I had the opportunity, the unique opportunity to talk to you and see you, for you to know that that the impact that you're making on people is now. And the greatest thing is, 20 years from now, no matter what you're doing, you're always going to have this, and you're always going to be able to go back and look on YouTube and remember how it started, people you met. Because I respect you, and I think very highly of you, especially now that I've had the chance to talk to you. So I'm grateful for you and grateful for what you're doing and the impact you're having.
Oh, you're doing sweet. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we close out, I forgot. We have the secret last bonus question. It's the biggest, the baddest, the most whatever question. Are you ready for it?
I hope so. I feel like with you asking me, you're going to help me be ready, but I'm ready.
Okay. What are your favorite pizza toppings?
Ooh. Pepperoni. I'm a fan of pepperoni and hot honey right now.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just glad you have pepperoni on there. Are we talking about cheese or no cheese here?
Oh, all the cheese.
Okay, good.
All the cheese. You know what? Let's say it. Let's be detailed. All the cheese, double the cheese. All the pepperoni, double the pepperoni, and let's drizzle some hot honey. That's what I'm going for. And but thick or thin crust?
I'm usually thick.
Yeah, for sure. Thick
My
crust.
mom likes thin, which I don't know.
I mean, in theory, you could eat more of it, but I'm here for like the dough, like this, all that. Yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that you're a pizza fan too.
Yeah. And Mom, if you're watching this, please, I love you and I love thin crust.
Yeah, well, the good news is you don't have to worry about you eating hers and her eating yours. So it's like everybody wins.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be it for today's podcast, guys. Make sure to not only like, subscribe, and don't only just subscribe. You better turn on notifications, little Timmy. Okay, there's a little Timmy watching this right now, and you have to turn on notifications so you guys get notified when I do make a new video. But it was nice meeting you, TJ.
Nice meeting you too, Leo. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate you.
Yes, of course. Well, until next time, guys. Bye.